Vista Voices. I'm your host, one of your hosts, Chris Visano.
And I'm one of your hosts, James Lynch. And this is David Reese.
I'm David Reese.
And today we have a very special guest with us today. She is the CEO and soon to be former CEO of Vista Life Innovations because she's planning her retirement. Please welcome Helen Bosch.
Thank you. I'm very pleased to be here. Honored, in fact.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
So do you guys have some questions for me that you wanted to ask?
Yes.
David Reese has the first questions.
Okay.
Helen, did you like go into all the Vista musicals at the Kate in the Old Saybrook?
Yeah, you know, we've had 10 Vista musicals throughout the years.
Yes.
And there's a lot of things that are my favorites, and those are one of my favorite activities. And I've been to every single one of them. In fact, fun fact, you probably don't know, but I was actually in the very first one. I had a little bit of a dance role in Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Wow, that's amazing.
You didn't know that, did you?
I did not know
yeah,
that.
I know it. And so maybe sometime in the future you might see me there again, right?
That'd be great.
Yeah.
We'll see.
My questions for you are, how did Vista come to be?
That's a great question. So, you know, Vista's been around for a little over 35 years. So
Right.
you guys were like super, like almost like babies are not even born yet.
I wasn't
right?
born.
Yeah, so Vista started about 35 years ago, and it was really started by parents of a young woman with some learning disabilities and disabilities who wanted their daughter to be successful, just like you guys. And so they started it in Westbrook along the shoreline. And then I came on board in 1991, and we decided that what we really wanted to do was to develop like a life skills college for young adults with disabilities so they could learn the skills to be independent and they could learn work skills. So eventually when they graduate, they can move into their own apartments and their own homes in the community. And so that's how it kind of started years ago, was by one family who had a vision for their daughter. And now look at where we are. We serve, in a given year, we support over a couple hundred people, and all of which are like super successful.
Wow, that's incredible. And what are your retirement plans?
Well, I guess my hope in retirement, a little bit is I don't know exactly, because I kind of want to see what it feels like to have like the free time on my hands. But we have lots of family members who live all over the country. So some of what we're trying to do is we want to have a little bit more time to be able to visit our family and to visit our children and everybody that we have around the country that we want to go and visit. And also I love to travel. So
Yes.
Part of what I'm doing is we've got lots of travel plans throughout the next few years. So we have an opportunity to be able to go and do that.
That's great.
Are you moving at all, Helen?
I don't think so. So right now our plan is to stay put. I live right in Madison, and the plan is to stay living there and to kind of just be able to have fun and to be able to do lots of different things living along the shoreline. I like the shoreline, and I like this whole area, and I like all the people that I know. I have a lot of friends, including you guys, and so I want to stay and be part of that still.
That's great to hear. So you won't be going anywhere, it sounds like.
I don't think so. I think we're going to be staying put for quite some time. And hopefully I'll still get to go to the Vista musicals, and I'll still be able to see kind of all the stuff, the neat stuff that's happening around Vista.
That leads me to my next question. What was your favorite part working at Vista?
Oh, my favorite part of working at Vista. Do you know, I have to say, there's like so many favorite parts, but I think probably what comes to mind the most is working with all of the students and all of the members throughout the years. Do you know, I've gotten to know so many really cool people, and I just have learned so much from everyone. I feel like our students and our members, they come to us and yeah, they have a disability, but that's not really what defines them. What really defines them is the wisdom and the strength and the courage they have to be able to learn and to be able to succeed. And that's like kind of inspirational for me. So when I'm having a hard day, I just think of all of the students and members and all the hard work that they're putting into their day-to-day lives, and that like keeps me going.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you for being on the show, Helen.
Thank you, Helen.
Thank you, David. Thank you,
for
James.
coming
Thank
on.
you, Chris. And I'm happy to be on the show anytime you want me to be, all right?
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yes.
Well, thanks.
Thank you very much.
That's
welcome.
it for Vista Voices. Hello, welcome to Lynch's Mets Monthly Report. I am James Lynch, and today we are going to explore Mets superstar Juan Soto. The theme here is about Juan Soto's Mets monthly record-breaking performance in June. His numbers were .322, a Mets record, with a 196 on-base percentage, finished second behind Darryl Strawberry, and racked up 65 total bases and 25 walks in 27 games. That is also a Mets record. It started in June 1st in Flushing, New York at Citi Field against the Colorado Rockies, and it ended in Pittsburgh on June 29th, 2025, after 27 games. He did sign the largest contract in professional sports history this past winter on December 8th, 2024, after being a free agent. While he is only 26 years old, still with the contract for 15 years, there is a player option to opt out after 5 seasons. This guy was on the New York Yankees, the Mets crosstown rivals, last season, while playing in 159 of their games with a strong season. I'll admit, there was more of a chance that he would re-sign with the Yankees, especially after leading them to the World Series last season in 2024, thinking that he would take less. With all the rumors going around that he was going to stay with the Yankees, which leads me to believe, being realistic at the time, might have put more pressure on him. At the end, it all worked out, as Mets fans, including myself, should be pumped up when they play the Yankees twice a year for many years. I'm so glad with my first Vista Voice segment. So thank you for joining me with Lynch's monthly Mets report. Very much appreciated. And I'll see you next time, whenever that is.
Welcome to David's Dugout. Hi, I am David Reese, and I am going to talk about this week's sports highlights. This week in baseball, the Red Sox played 5 games, and they lost 4 of them. This week in golf, the Rocket Classic was in Detroit, Michigan, and Rich Puditzer won. This week in soccer, there was a tournament called Gold Cup with different teams playing in it. This week in NBA, they had their draft. The draft was in New York. My favorite game of the week was Hartford Yard Goats playing as Hartford Schoolboys. The game I am looking forward to next is MLB All-Star Game on July 15th. My MVP of the week is LeBron James because he is playing another season. See you next time at the dugout.
Hello and welcome to Real Deal, a movie-exclusive show. I am your host, Chris Fasano, and today I will be presenting you with a quickie review of Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, now in theaters. Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning brings all the fun and exhilaration pertinent with this franchise. However, just missing the mark on being one of the better iterations due to a heavy reliance on exposition and flashbacks in the first half that bring the movie to a screeching halt. But once Ethan Hunt begins partaking in death-defying stunts one after another, that's when the fun really begins. As fun as the movie is, I wanted more surprises, like face masks, a fantastic trope in this series is known for. But as good of a time as the movies, I can solidly recommend it. Now go see it. Now here is some Real Deal news coming directly from the source. This is the Real Deal summer preview. It is that time of year again when all the summer movie blockbusters open in theaters. This tradition is now 50 years old since the release of Jaws in 1975. This year is loaded with movies that are sure to thrill and excite from now until September. We start with Jurassic World Rebirth, an exciting reinvention of the popular franchise that's 32 years young, that always shows in gratuity what happens when man plays God. This movie is directed by Gareth Edwards and stars Scarlett Johansson, who leads a team of hunters on an island inhabited with, you guessed it, dinosaurs to save a shipwrecked family. There are 2 gigantic superhero offerings this summer, starting with Guardians of the Galaxy, director James Gunn's reboot of Superman starring David Cornsweet as the titular hero and an all-star cast. Plus Fantastic Four: First Steps, starring Pedro Pascal and Vanessa Kirby respectively. Save your money for the end of August when the reboot of the 80s gory cult classic The Toxic Avenger rolls into theaters. Well, there you are, a summer movie preview on behalf of all of us at Real Deal. Enjoy yourselves. Thank you.